Hey YouTube, Ant here again from Ant's Guitar Lessons. We're going to do Want You Back, 5 Seconds of Summer. Funny story, I heard this on the radio and I was singing around and trying to jam out to it, and my dad said, "What you doing?" And I said, "I'm hip with the kids, 5 seconds of summer." And she said, "Well, like, you're going to break your hip." And that's just made me more determined to sort of get something going with this one. So I've had a good listen to it, and I know this comes out as a beginner one, but personally, I think that if you're going down the route of going down your grades, you're going to shy away from bar chords because they're not in there. But I've got a bar chord version of this that makes the song so simple to play. So it's a beginner bar chord song. There's only 4 chords. We're going to give it a good crack. They roll down really nicely. So don't shy away. I'll show you the proper chords first, but don't shy away. Get into the bar chords and have a go, even if you're a beginner, and get on with them, because once you crack it, you're going to love playing bar chords. All right, let's get zoomed in. I'll show you how it goes. Okay, so here we go with the tutorial for Want You Back, 5 Seconds of Summer. Now, as I said, I'm going to show you 2 ways to play the chords. First one is the open chords, and then I'm going to show you the bar chord equivalent. So we have got an A minor, we have a G, an E minor, and then we have an F, which is played by making a pad bar with this finger. So the bottom 2 strings you're going to cover with that finger, and we've got an F. Okay? The only variation to this, because I've watched them play it live, is that for simplicity, rather than jumping from this F to the G, he actually just slides it up a whole step, so 2 frets up, and makes the same shape here for a G. Okay, so they're the open chord positions. Now the bar chords, you have an A minor. So that's your bar on the 5th, and then you're going to hold the 4th and 5th strings with your pinky and ring finger. Strum them all. Then we're going to slide that down a whole step, 2 frets. And then we're going to use our middle finger and drop it under those 2 for a G. And then we're going to, these fingers never come off, we're going to leave these fingers on and slide them down to the 2nd position for the E minor. Then we're going to move them up half step, 1 fret, put your middle finger back down, put your bar across the 1st fret for the F. So in my opinion, although they, you know, it isn't quite true to the record, from a point of view, as like I said, as an easy intro to bar chords, all these bar chords are focused on the E and E minor shape, so using your E string as the bass note, and you can slide that straight up and down. Okay, so if you were going to try and get into bar chords, this is a great one to start out with. I've lost my pick, I'll play fingerstyle. So the verse is A minor, G, E minor, F, just like we ran through to start with. And I'm going to play these. If you want to play them in the open chords, it's exactly the same chord progression, it's just I'm going to play them on the bar chords. So we have an A minor, and they're played in the verse, or the opening verse, as single strums. A minor, G, E minor, F, and then it's F, G, E minor, F, and then you just repeat that again. So A minor, A minor, G, E minor, F, and then F, G, E, F. And that is the verse as you come into it. Now the chorus follows that. It's exactly the same chords in the chorus, but it just follows the F pattern. So we don't start with the A, we start on an F, then we've got a G, E, F. if you're a little bit older, you'll notice the bonus here, because you're also learning part of Cyndi Lauper's Time After Time. Now there's a couple of ways to do the opening bars of the chorus. You could mute them. But to keep it a little bit funky, I prefer just to do 3 strums, 2 down strums, and then accent the 3rd one. And then we're going to repeat that for the second half of the chorus, but the strumming pattern just gets a little bit sexier. You can play it with some mutes in. I've seen a couple of other tutorials where they're throwing mutes in and stuff, but this is really aimed at absolute beginners, this one. So we're going to go for down, down, up, down, up. Yeah? Now, I know you'll be shying away from bar chords if you're on, if you're in the early stages, but I hope you can see just how simple that is in comparison. I mean, obviously this, you know, this is another way to do it, but it's, I don't want bar chords to be mystified. With my students, I teach them bar chords early on, because otherwise they become a thing of mystique, and just like anything else, they take practice. Just, you know, from your first days trying to get, you know, play an E minor, and you were raking down and you were muting the strings and stuff. It's exactly the same with bar chords. Don't be frightened of them, get involved. Anyway, so that's the verse and chorus. There is a little solo in there, and again it's F, G, E minor, F. And that one I really would recommend whilst that's going on in the song, just having some muted strums in there. Then finally we've got a bridge, and the bridge is A minor, G, E minor, F, F, G, E minor, F, and a repeat. So again, A minor, G, E minor, F, F, G, E minor, F. Okay, sound familiar? That's because it's the verse again. It just again, you can you've got an option if you listen to the song. There's a little changes in tempo, and there's some muted strums in there, and the song goes verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, and then there's a bit of an outro, which is the same chords again. So look, get involved, have a go with some bar chords. Don't be worried about them. You're going to find, once you realise you can lock these 2 fingers down, and they're just going to travel up and down the fretboard for you, and you're just going to make the various bars and bring this finger down, okay, as and when required, to go from major to minor. And that's it. Have fun. Great song, really funky. Please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe down there. I'll get some more videos up soon. If you've got any questions, need any help, fire them in the comments below, or jump over to Facebook. There's a link on here to get you over to my Facebook page, and I'll welcome all your feedback. Okay, stay safe, keep playing. See you later.